as an assistant coach, as a top level assistant coach, where do you see your biggest duties towards the head coach? What do you feel like when you come into the game? What are the things? What are the questions you ask yourself when you mentioned you have to be ready for players to ask you questions? What questions do you feel like you have to be ready for the head coach to ask you and to have, to approach these challenges the right way? What are the challenges you deal with?
Well, look, me and Dimitris, we've been working together for so many years. We really know where we need to fill in for each other. So, the assistant coach a lot of times has to find the gaps that the head coach is leaving and fill in the gaps and compensate for some behaviors and go opposite from the coach. So when the coach is really active on the bench, and if I start jumping up and down again, that's going to be two technicals really easy. So, I have to be calm. But that's kind of my thing. I need to be the calm observer of the game throughout the game. And even, let's say, when a defense doesn't work and they score on us, I have to realize if this is the defense that we need to change, or if I have to suggest that we have to keep going with that. It's going to work. Maybe they scored now there. Maybe we were unlucky there, or maybe this was not a good quality defense. But we have to keep going with it. So I really need to assess everything that is happening in the game according to the game plan, and make my suggestions or my corrections to the game plan that didn't survive contact with the enemy. That's one of my favorite, in spite of being a scouter, this is one of my favorite quotes, plans usually don't survive contact with the enemy. That was a military maxim anyway. But this happens a lot, so you need to be ready to adjust and compensate. But usually I try to be the calm guy, because coach is really emotional and really active during the game, and he's the guy that really needs to be transfer his energy and his aggressiveness to the players sometimes.
Yeah.
And that has a downside. A lot of times you get also carried away, so I need to compensate for that. Be the voice of not reason, actually, to be the calm observer. I think this is the best description. So a lot of times, I have to help him out with time management of the players, make sure the rotation is being done correctly, so we don't overplay somebody, or we don't leave somebody a lot of time in the bench, or we need to keep the team fresh. And this adjustment to the game plans, what is working, what is not. During the game, this is the standard things. A lot of times you need to do something that you never did before, or something that you don't often do, but in general, this is the 100% is going to happen, like these situations.
Just to get back on your game plan, Mike Tyson also always said that everybody has a game plan or a plan for the fight until they get punched in the mouth.
Yeah. Also a good line.
Yeah, and then plan change really quickly.
Yeah.
Who keeps track of the minutes of the players on your bench? I mean, in terms of role, not the person, but in terms of is it the assistant coach, the second assistant, the conditioning coach? Who's the person to do it?
Usually I do it,
Okay.
Usually I keep my eye on it.
You look at the box scores.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes it's just a feel that you may look at the minutes, like the stat actually, or sometimes you get a feeling from the quality that this guy,
yes,
not a lot of minutes in there, but he just spread it up and down, and he switched on the defense and he played their player, and then he got the ball on the mismatch on the other end, and then again he defended the ball action, and he's tired now. We need to swap him because he just gave a lot of energy, and we need him to be fresh, because I know he's going to play in the last 3 minutes of the game, so we need to be in good shape at this point.
Yeah, so even though he may have played for instead of 3-4 minutes, he played maybe 2 minutes, but he played really intense two and a half minutes, that you need to give him a break.
I need to be able to recognize this. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Looking forward towards the end of the game.